Hi, boys and girls. I'm glad you're here with us today at Boys and Girls Club at home. It's FYI time right now. Okay, your activity for today, as far as I know, you're doing Suncatcher with Miss Gina. Enjoy your time and just always remember post your activity on band. You might win a prize, you never know. Okay, so take it easy. Have fun and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, you take care. Bye now.
Hi everyone, Miss Gina here. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to do an activity outdoors. Today we're going to do giant tic-tac-toe with a little bit of a twist. So today I have two helpers, Legacy and Elora. Elora's 6 Legacy is rocks instead of X's and O's. And then we have a halfway mark, and our board is made out of pool noodles. But if you have long sticks or broomsticks, mop sticks, whatever you can to make this, because the pool noodles fly away when the wind blows. But anything you can to make a board is great. So how the twist is, you play rock, paper, scissors, and the winner picks. The winner grabs. Laura's gonna grab her stick, run to the bat, toss it, run back, and do another round. Sometimes you have to adjust it because it hits, but that's fine. That's good, Legacy. Go.
No!
Oh, that doesn't go. Leave it. So you get how to play the game. Hope you guys have fun outside today. We're gonna continue playing till somebody wins. They didn't.
Yeah, because
oh, Legacy won. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Hope you guys have fun. Bye, guys.
Hi, guys, and welcome. And this is the end. Thank you for coming today, and I hope you've enjoyed our activities. Come back tomorrow because we're going to do some more fun things. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Hi kids, it's Miss Amy. I have the book The Sneetches to read to you today, but before I start, I'm going to go ahead and go over those cool words that we talked about yesterday, just as a quick reminder. Our first one is sly, and that is someone who is tricky or clever. The next word is keen. That means you're excited or alert. Snort is to make a sound of disgust. And then snoots is your snout or your nose. Okay, so here we go with the book, The Sneetches. And this book is by Dr. Seuss. Now, the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain belly Sneetches had none on theirs. Those stars weren't so big. They were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars on the star-belly Sneetches, would brag, we're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain belly sort. And whenever they meet someone, when they were walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-belly children went out to play ball, could the plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain belly children had none upon theirs. When the Starbelly Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain belly Sneetches were moping and doping along on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very, very peculiar machine. And he said, "You want stars like the Starbelly Sneetch? My friend, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared. And it clunked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it bopped them about. But the thing really worked. When the plain Billy Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did it. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start, "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned. If which kind is what, or the other way around. Then up came McMean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who? That's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches." "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McMean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars so you don't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks, and they let out a shout. "We know who is who! Now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of the day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machine they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. They kept running through, until neither the plain nor the Starbellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up, and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon theirs. And that was the end of our book, The Sneetches. Oh, that was a good book. I love Dr. Seuss books. So, real quick before I leave you, I want you to think about a couple of things. Why do you think the Starbelly Sneetches thought they were better? Why do you think they were better? All they had was a star on them, and the other ones just had plain bellies. Then, what do you think about Sylvester McMulkey McBean? What do you think about him? I think he was kind of a clever guy. Remember we talked about clever and sly before? He was kind of sly, wasn't he? Because he was able to put on the stars or take off the stars, and then he was just charging them more and more money. And then the last question, this is a good one. How do snooty people make you feel? Think about that. How do snooty people make you feel? That's the end of our book today. For tomorrow, if you have some recycled materials left over from the activities last week on Earth Day, some of those recycled materials that you have around the house, get them together because you will need them tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon. Bye.